This is my review of Megadeth's self-titled final album. It was released in 2026 and produced by Dave Mustaine and Chris Rakestraw. So before I talk about the album, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do next. So I've got 3 more Megadeth videos. I'm going to talk about Hidden Treasures, a live album, and then I'm going to do the album ranking. I may not have a video out next week. My work schedule is going to be pretty crazy, so it kind of depends on if I have time to do one or not. And then after Megadeth, I'm going to start the Rolling Stones, go through their entire discography since they just released an album. So that's going to be the next band I'm going to be doing. I'll probably mention it again in some of the other videos. Alright, so this album, I bought this when it came out. It has 2 lineup changes on it from the last album. I have no idea how to say this guy's name, so I'm going to butcher both of his names, but Timu Mansari something. Sorry about that. No idea how to say his name though, but he's on guitar, and James Lomenzo's back on bass for first time since Endgame. So this album, yeah, I got it when it first came out. On my initial listen of it, I was a little bit disappointed. Not a whole lot stood out to me, and that was kind of how I felt about it for, I would say, probably the first 4 or 5 listens. It's not really until pretty recently that I've started to come around to this album a lot more. If you had asked me last week, I would have said that I like this definitely worse than Sick the Dying and Dead. Now though, I'm not sure. I might like it just a little bit more than that album. It's at least pretty closely tied with it as far as where I would put them in a ranking. The album opens with Tipping Point. It's got cool guitar in the intro. I like it. It's not my favorite song on the album. The Tipping Point part of it, just the way he sings it, I'm not crazy about, and the way it kind of keeps coming up in the song. But overall, I think it's a decent song. I think the guitar and the drums are cool. All the instrumental stuff is pretty good throughout this whole album. But yeah, lyrically, not my favorite song, mainly just the Tipping Point part of it. The second track, I Don't Care. This one is the only song credited to just Dave himself, and I've been going through and saying who has a writing credit on all the songs. I didn't do it on this album because the credits are actually kind of crazy, but pretty much everybody in the band has at least 1 credit. The producer has some credits, some other people have credits. Like I said, surprisingly, this is the only one credited to just Dave, because usually Megadeth's albums are a lot more just Dave writing. But yeah, this song, I like it. Kind of a different song. I think instrumental stuff throughout it's good. I like the vocal. Pretty catchy song. The third track, Hey God, is probably my favorite on the album. I think it's a really catchy song. It's kind of stuck in my head right now. I like the vocal melody of it a lot. Cool drums in it. All the instrumental stuff's good, which I could say for pretty much every song on here. Yeah, that one wasn't initially that into it, but it's really kind of stood out the more I listened to the album. The fourth track, Let There Be Shred, kind of a cheesy title, but I do think the guitars throughout it are cool. Not my favorite thing on here, but I like it well enough. The fifth track, Puppet Parade, this is another one that I like. I think it's pretty catchy, although it does kind of make me think of Symphony of Destruction, and I don't think that that's the way the music sounds. I think just thematically they have a few similarities. So I like that one. Sixth track, Another Bad Day. More kind of poppy sounding one, and pretty catchy. So I like that one. The seventh track, Made to Kill. Cool drum intro in it. Really, the drums kind of stand out for me the most in this song. Not one of the more memorable tracks, but I do enjoy it. The eighth track, Obey the Call. Another cool intro. I like the line about the ghosts in the gears for some reason, kind of a goofy line, but I think it's fun. But yeah, catchy song. This one kind of reminds me of an older Megadeth song. I can't really say which one, but it does remind me of another one of their songs. The ninth track, I Am War. Another one with some kind of little cheesy Dave lyrics, but I enjoy them. I think they're pretty fun. Cool instrumental stuff, catchy song, so I like that one. And then the 10th and final track, The Last Note, has a weird kind of slow start to it with Dave doing his like sing growl talk thing. And the lyrics to it overall are pretty interesting. Like throughout the song, I enjoy the lyrics. Um, it's another one of those songs that reminds me of like an earlier Megadeth song, and I can't really say what it is. Just something in the vocal melody reminds me of like a song they already have. But I think it's a decent album closer, not my favorite thing on here by any means. And then there's a bonus track on the version that I have, cover of Ride the Lightning. And I enjoy that. I don't think it's better than like the original or anything, but I do think it's really cool to hear Dave do one of the Metallica songs he was involved with. I kind of wish he had recorded it when he had like his younger voice, because I think it would have been a little bit better, but I really like that that's on there, so I'm glad that he did that. So yeah, Megadeth, not a bad final album really. It's grown on me a lot since the first time I heard it, and I imagine that my opinion of it will probably continue to improve the more I listen to it. So I do recommend this one to anybody that likes the Megadeth Dave era of the band. I think it's more memorable than some of the like middle albums from this era, and probably not my favorite from this era, but I do enjoy it, and I recommend it.